Are we ready? Hi, folks. So, this is for the auction on the 27th. And doors open at 5. And the auction starts at 6. You guys can do preview on Wednesday from, I believe it's 11 to 1:30-ish.
1.
1's what it's supposed to be, but some of you take your sweet time and they end up being here for an extra half an hour. Some neat stuff. Holsters. Here's the Kydex type that click right into place. Each one's made. There's an H&K. There's Smith & Wesson, M&P, a SIG P250. So if you got any of those firearms, you might want to. Neat stuff all the way around. A lot of here's some World War II Japanese, World War II German. Got the little bird on it and everything. There's World War II German and Japanese in this case. Some of these items are fake. Some are the real deal. 30 carbine. Neat packs. Looks like down there's a British radio pack. I don't know if these are. Those are just, sort of really nice stock down there. We don't know what it goes to. There's no marking saying what specific rifle, but it's a 22 and it'd be a bolt action. Somebody knows. Yeah, I got neat, don't see Eagle Scout stuff very often. Nice vintage Eagle Scout. A couple of coats. Here's a neat old school island shirt. That's vintage. Got some monies. Some money in here. There's an 1858 Flying Eagle. Here's a Morgan. Not that great big, what is that? 1923, something like that. The big old bill, silver certificate. It's bigger than the money we're familiar with. Weird stuff.
I did that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Watch it.
Got some new, sort of made in China type things. Flashlights. There's a trailer hitch in the shape of a deer.
Talk for some reason.
Neat store display, Charlie McCarthy's. Those are old school. There's a nice brand new Kindle in the box. And an iPad.
Wow.
With kind of a neat avocado case.
Vintage.
Avocados all the way. Here's a neat collection of magic magazines. The magicians kind of sharing their knowledge. Really neat stuff. Maybe tell you how to do a trick, how to cut somebody in half and not go to prison. These are really cool. Old certificate of transfer for cattle. Like that one's 1903. I mean, that's cool. Neat stuff down here. Vintage postcards. Lots of brooches. Some of them named. There's some Harley patches. Neat stuff. Let me back this up. There's a piece of gold back there. Some sterling. Just choice out of the choice compartment is how we do those. This is a neat camera set. A Minolta XE7. Did I say XE7? I did. This is the one, that you've been waiting for.
Okay.
And then if you don't get that one, it just goes too high. You can go for the Topcon, which is also in great shape. It'll teach you all about how to use it. Step 1, get 35 millimeter film. This is an awesome digital camera. It fires right up. It's a pretty sweet deal. It's got a card in it, so you don't even have to buy one. You can just get this guy and start taking pictures of everybody.
Neat.
Yeah.
How about
Friends.
this thing?
Gorgeous. Little
Right.
pedal car.
Cute.
Beautiful. Made by Gingron.
Oh, I was just bouncing around everywhere.
Neat old postcards, some very old ones in there.
I'm gonna go from the top down, if that makes sense.
Awesome
You couldn't
photos.
understand by my.
Yeah, I mean, the awesome photos here. There's an old vintage baseball team. We believe this is a bunch of old GAR, Grand Army of the Republic guys, but there's the band guys. They got the fancy uniform on.
That's awesome.
That's just a neat little souvenir piece. He looks thrilled to have to. Yes, Martha will. We'll get our picture taken at the fair. A lot of tin types in here. A lot of cool old photos. Neat stuff. Flying Nun. Yeah. Not one of my favorite shows, but that's alright. Look for a mark for Fenton or anything on that glass. I couldn't find a mark, but I'm no expert. Neat stereoscopic viewer. Probably do the whole flat of the viewers and then this whole flat of the viewer cards. There's some neat different ones in there. Most of these bullets are 32 auto. In fact, all the bullets are 32 auto, and then there's a blank pistol with blanks. Super, super loud. Copper pot in great shape. You never see them in that good shape. It's a little skewer. One of these big kind of box camera units, tripods. These are for getting your boots off. Boot jack. Take it and 1 foot holds onto it. But it, I'm not wearing boots, so it
Makes sense.
yeah. All kinds of cool, Gretsch snare drum. Cool old photos, Hollywood type, press photos maybe. Really neat book, The Arabian Nights. The Maxfield Parrish did the illustrations in that book. Neat folder, just full of kind of 60s, sort of the transition from propeller to jet for our big giant bombers and all the different designs. Some of them are marked on the back with government markings and Boeing and stuff. Jewelry, bobbleheads and jewelry.
Neat.
Cool wood carved items. Thought that was pretty neat. That person must have dealt in, because it's kind of got an Asian dragons on it, so he must have been a Smith & Wesson dealer.
Be right back.
Back in the day. Look how dark that stuff looks.
No, it looks great. You can't even look at that.
If only there was a light,
Cinema.
it would light it up. Oh, there it is.
All right.
That's signed.
This one?
Glass
Okay.
sculptural piece. Those are, I believe, Irish crystal. This bottle's 1897. It's got that nice lavender look, as old glass does. Down there, some interesting pieces. There's some for a suit, 1937. There's the big, tall Star Wars figures. Crystal, glass, that's a neat piece. All these big, giant platters. Check the photos. I did the backs of them. I tried to show Didn't want to take a picture of each and every one because the back is the same. But very collectible, very well made. I think it's matte lock, I believe. So that one, Drew Brees, supposedly, he must have been in a hurry when he signed that one. Drew Brees. And same with this guy. Somehow that says Kevin Benjamin, but it looks like Kevin.
He's a doctor.
But this one, curiously enough. So you know, does Joe Namath sign his stuff? Broadway Joe. I thought that Broadway Joe Namath. But
Anyways,
this one does have a certificate. Not that you can put much credence in those, but autograph. There's certificate of authenticity, and they're saying this is $1,500. So we'll start bidding at 1,000 and see where it all goes at. Yeah, I bet somebody get it for less than that.
maybe.
That's my guess.
I'd pay $1,500 for that.
Got Chiefs, big extra large Chiefs coat, couple of extra large Chiefs jerseys, Poe and Castle. Cool. Huh. Believe we turned this off because he. Oh! He'll tell you your future. You'll let him. It's pretty good. If you're too open-minded, your brains will fall out. Yeah, that's
True.
a lot of wisdom in that.
Let's be closed-minded, everybody.
It's not a daisy, but it is a churd. Somebody made it. There's a Ristol hat and a Resistol hat and a Stetson 3X, I believe. Bunch of old cameras. I almost think do the whole flat, but we'll see. There's a Griswold. That guy was cute. Like an early Smokey the Bear. Really old school game. Look at that.
What?
Very nice turntable. JVC, isn't it? Yep. Auto turn. Really nice needle and stuff on it. Probably sell those as a pair. These as a pair. At least that's what I was thinking. That's a pretty neat miniature painting. Miners. Thank God for the miners. Dig up the precious stuff that we all need. But cool vintage miner stuff.
What is
This
that?
is some kind of apparatus, some kind of tool.
It's something.
I don't know if it's a jeweler's. I'm guessing it has something to do with jewelry making, but it is cool. What a cool box and holds everything. Here's a. I don't think this box is as cool as that one, but it is. You know, I suppose
It's a box.
sort of like, you know, grandma's
Secret.
secret bitch where she hides her liquor. Neat albums in there. All that Cheech and Chong and Frank Zappa. Good stuff.
What?
So that's for fishing.
Oh.
Glad, you know, before they had, that's how they
Yeah.
had flotational things. It was these glass bowls.
Yeah.
So they're old. Sometimes you can find those and there'll be a little bit of seawater still trapped inside of it because they have just the tiniest crack or something. That's rare though. Neat book lot. Not sure if this is the entire set of those Time Life books, but I like that series. It's good stuff.
You want to do this stuff right now, or go over there? This
Oh,
stuff?
is that what we do?
I don't- I-
We'll probably pull this up front, I'm guessing, so you just want to take pictures of it. It kind of speaks for itself. I guess we could talk about this. Yeah, either a train's going behind us, or we're having a small earthquake
It's kind of
that
scary.
I'm not really feeling, but is obviously happening.
It's the ghost of Jesse James.
Could be. So this is a cool dish set that was made expressly for T.M. James, who is the uncle, I believe, right? The uncle of Jesse James.
That's
So
him.
that's kind of neat. Here's the marking that tells his address and where that this made by Haviland was made especially for this, and you got to get down there.
Haunted.
Yeah, it's weird that these dishes
Very
are just shaking,
haunted.
on their own. I don't feel anything, but there must be a train.
It's kind of
going
cold over here, no?
by. It is kind of.
I'm scared. Let's move on.
What? I'm kidding. It was me. It was in
I'm
the code.
scared.
Oh, good.
What's,
So I
are
guess
these
this
as
is called
cool?
Liberty Blue, made in England.
Okay.
Sort of that, people love blue dishes.
All right.
Kind of a neat swag lamp. Since we're standing over here, we'll show that. And this, we're going to sell the whole thing. This is a magic lantern that is kind of really stuck in this box, and we didn't want to mess it up. So the buyer can mess with trying to get it out of the. I think it's been in here for 100 years maybe. And then here's the glass slides that fit into that machine. So really neat. I mean, look at that. That is weird. So I get you push it in a little bit, starts the story. Looks like the elephant picked that dude up from getting snatched by a. Yeah.
Super
So now that's funny, but neat stuff.
neat.
All right, well, who's over here? This is kind of what we do when we're done with the front, is we go all the way around. Big old C.
For Chad.
Come on, let's get this over with. Some neat pieces. Look at that, new in the box. With not just one, two.
3.
Some kind of church. These are Colonial Williamsburg. So it's like a miniature of a church, I guess.
Do they light up? This has like a
maybe, yeah,
cord
looks like
thingy.
that one does. Yeah. Pair of kind of matching, aren't they? Duck painting.
Okay.
These are neat. Okay. I mean, it was neat for a minute.
Sports.
Kind of neat set of wall sconce lighting there of Native Americanish. Some nice oil paintings. Kind of like that latch rug. It's neat. It would take hours and hours. Hey, nice brand new pogo stick.
You want to test it?
Nope.
Okay.
No. I don't know how good my insurance is, and I will find out, really. These retro looking Nikes. Look at that. I don't think anybody really wore these, but
Pretty clean.
I wonder when these came out. 1992.
I was dead.
Person bought those shoes and the new Spin Doctors album.
You have good jokes when we do this.
It was a good day, man.
better than
Got me
Andrew.
some Nikes. A lot of this art is signed, and this is good, neat Japanese prints. Some kind of wood block print there. That's a neat sort of Japanese style. Treasures galore. This guy needs some work, but pretty neat idea having the And it just follows the record. It's kind of neat. But again, somebody needs that fix it. Here's a different consignor with a lot of antiques, a lot of neat stuff. Not sure what that's about. Get a pitchfork with it. And it's got a couple posts. I guess put a couple strings on there and
play that thing.
I don't know.
It would sound just like that.
Does it?
I'm sure.
Big giant hammer. Some piano roll, or not piano rolls, but the phonograph, Edison style. These guys. These are window box liners. Apparently these are pretty expensive. These are new. So if you got a window box, springs right around the corner. Tulips. Nice sled. Look,
Nice.
this sled.
Nice.
A water bag.
Where do I put my water? In a bag.
And when it leaks out by the time you get to where you need to go, you're going to let the water go. I don't know. Where'd you put it in? The bag. You're going to use the bucket.
I'm tired.
Use that water bag. Neat stuff there. Neat stuff all over. Old vintage blocks and things for your yard. They poke into the ground and you can have a little scene with miniature cows. Nice, nicely made vintage piece. Some crystal, stagecoachy lamps. Size 1 Chico's. That was $140 for this. New, it's still new. It's got the tag on it. Some neat purses. I was thinking you'd sell that as a set. It's weird. There's some of those kind of mixed. I'm not sure. Basically, they're horse stirrups. Different. Those are fancy ones. Those could be for camels, maybe. That's what Bond was saying. They were for camel riding. I don't know. Can't confirm. Open an eye. Ten-volume set. The War of the Rebellion. Vintage books. There's all canning, seals, rings, all these different boxes of that. Some neat, like gambling machine, glass things.
Okay.
We'll probably just go all the way back here and get that too. Neat stuff everywhere. Every week. All the
Neat.
time. Constant.
Neat.
Somebody turned that into a lamp. It's kind of neat though. All these glass globes. Maybe you got a lamp with a broken globe. Go get yourself a new globe. These are different. Not sure what's up with those, but the way they kind of are shaped. There's pelvic bones to big cows, I guess. It's an interesting light somebody made out of car parts. It's a neat sign holder, you know. So the choice primitive item over here. This table will go after we sell a choice box of primitives. This table will stay. This is one of ours, so, but choice off the table. Rusty gold. Well, looks like a choice box of books. Old records. These are all comedy records, I believe. Choice dirty blanket.
Yum.
You can always wash it. Those are crazy. Crazy, Quill. Crazy. Look at this one. Oh, watch it.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. Oh, fun stuff.
Space bags. Ziploc space bags. Those come in handy. Look at that. Brand new. Still in the wrapping.
Water
We
bag.
got a
Space bag.
Howard Miller clock that was dedicated to somebody at some point. And you've got the same name as that person. Yeah, you should buy that clock.
Oh, fun.
Choice off the shelf. That's how we usually do that. Crockery, wig display, hat display. Let's see what this guy sounds like.
Very good. I like it.
Yeah? You do? Yeah?
Yeah. Boing.
Some box of eclectic items in these boxes. Look at that. Beat up old World War II bandage. There's an in block. Amongst other things. Hey, look. But there's 7 cents. That's going to help you with your tax.
Nice.
That's kind of weird
Score.
that it's like that.
Okay.
Somebody really cooked with this. Look at that. It kind of
It's been used. These are used items.
usually so.
So maybe not this. Do 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 do. Huh? Oh, neat.
For your deviled eggs.
Neat.
Deviled eggs.
Neat.
Seems like it should be on its own. It's amazing. Anyway, that's how it is. Got a few things on the wall. Not very much art this time. That's a cool map. Shows the different clans of Scotland and the territories that they had. Oh, look at there. Somebody circled one of them.
I can't pronounce that. Neat.
That's fun signs for your,
So funny.
you know,
Man cave.
puberty boy room.
Calling all puberty boys.
Yep, come on in here. Hey, look, they got funny sometimes.
Got some Rex.
13-year-old. I want that funny sign.
The Iron Butterfly saga continues. Oh, what do you know?
Just, yeah, you're gonna need more than one copy. You're gonna play it and then play it and then play it and play it and play it
So good.
forever.
So good.
That's classical here. Here's Neil Young. An Evening with Groucho. Here's some Led Zeppelin. Some Genesis. Zebra. Crosby, Stills, Nash.
Pair it with this one.
Emerson, Lake Palmer. So there's some pretty neat ones. And some not so neat ones. You gotta go through it. It's a pretty neat album cover.
That's hardcore.
It is.
I'm scared. It's Jesse James Ghost. He's back.
Here, I'll let you go ahead and talk about this stuff. I'll go check it out.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, make sure we're not gonna die. Not much to say about this stuff. It's kind of neat. Some slides. Very cool. Paper. Brand new. Are we gonna die?
I didn't see anybody out there. One thing I did see, though, and I didn't take pictures of it this time, is that black Lincoln. So we're going to be selling that Lincoln again. We did it once.
I'll put
The person
pictures
that
up.
got it couldn't go through with it, so we'll be doing that again. So probably 7 o'clock. So
What was that, 97?
something like
97
that.
Lincoln?
I don't remember the particulars, but you can.
I'll
probably,
post about it.
yeah,
Check the internet.
We took a lot of pictures of it the first time, and we talked about it the first time. So if you liked it and you wanted it, but
It
you
runs.
got beat, well, hey, you get a second chance at it.
Doesn't
It
happen
does
often.
Run. It runs great. It's got a good, powerful engine in it. I think there was only 150,000 miles on it, or less than that, I think, which is nothing for a big V8 like that. That stuff. Choice spots, baseball cards, or stack. Look at all the different companies that made baseball cards. Then we've got some smut.
Some what? Did you say?
Smut.
Oh, that's- okay.
We
Are we gonna get
so they're like
YouTube
centerfold.
canceled?
I hope not. They're vintage Playboy centerfolds, but they didn't come out of the magazine. There's no creases, so they must have been sold in a rolled up in a tube, and you must have been able to. I don't know. If you were in love with Miss March, you could
Yes.
get an unblemished poster of her and stare at it while you write weird letters.
That's what you do.
Yeah. You don't know me, but I feel like I've known you forever. I'm staring. I love you.
Anyways.
Dutch oven. Those come in handy when you're camping. You got a hankering for some beans.
Think about them beans.
Beans.
just reaching out to me. That was cold.
I was waiting for her to go ahead and grab your finger.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
don't
drop
like,
her
I
camera?
don't like this
Yeah,
stuff.
There's enough weird things happening.
God, that's awful and scary. Is that the guy on your hat?
No, but
That looks.
oh my!
You sure? Huh.
Yeah.
It's similar. They've got
The guy
the
on my
same
hat
red thing.
is, so Buc-ee's is coming to Missouri. It's a sort of a chain of gas stations out of Texas.
Wowie.
Yeah. And I think Springfield, Missouri, it is definitely worth a visit if you ever go to a Buc-ee's. It's unbelievable. I was blown away when they're gigantic. Over 100 gas pumps. Yeah, they smoke their own meats. They have their own bakeries. They have, I mean, it's gigantic in there. Everybody, it's an adventure.
Dinner?
Yeah, already. Those big bottles of Best Cola. Looks like we got 3 to choose from down there. We had 1 out last week. Somebody got it. This is fancy, nice looking dishes. Noritake. Blue Dawn. Blue Dawn.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Done.
Yeah. Let's come on down. It's going to be a great one. Hope to see you here.